Today we're in Cocodrie, Louisiana. We're here at LUMCON, Louisiana University Marine Consortium's facility. We're having our 2012 crab trap rodeo today. We have about 100 volunteers signed up, plus many more showing up at the door here. We're sending them out on the water to pick up derelict crab traps. These crab traps have been abandoned out there. They continue to catch fish and crabs. They continue to be hazards for navigation. So we're out there to clean up this area, clean up the environment, make it safer for navigation, make it better for our environment, and make it better for our fisheries today. This began with a closure of the area to commercial fishing. All the fishermen were notified 60 days ago to remove their gear. At 6 o'clock this morning, that closure became official, and anything left out in there is fair game for our volunteers to go out and collect. They're going to go out and collect these traps, bring them back here to LUMCON, where we're going to crush them, put them in dumpsters, and get rid of them, send them to the landfill, take them out of the environment.
What happens to these crab traps? Why are they left in the waters unattended?
There are many reasons for it. Some of them are intentional, some unintentional. Some of these are recreational people who leave a few traps out. Some are commercial to lose track of their trap lines. Storms move these traps around. I mean, there's a multitude of reasons, but the bottom line is we got to get them out of here, because those traps left unattended prevent a hazard for our boaters, and they also continue to catch. Whether or not they're baited, they still continue to catch. So we want to get this out of there so we can help our fisheries and help our fishermen. We're the Coastal Conservation Association of Louisiana. We're dedicated to preserving the marine resources for future generations. We're out here today hands-on. We don't just talk about doing things. We roll up our sleeves, we get our hands dirty, and we get out there and get to work on these projects. Anywhere from artificial reefs to marsh plantings to today derelict crab trap removals. We're dedicated to taking care of the resource that we love participating in so much.
After the hurricanes of 2005, 2006, there was a real need to go out and pick up traps that had been abandoned for whatever reason. Those traps become sort of death traps for fish when they're abandoned, and also navigation hazards. They get caught up in props, damaged boats, etc. So the first year we did this, I think in 2005, we picked up 6,000 traps, believe it or not. We've done it every year since, picking up tons of traps in the meantime. And this year we're actually hoping to pick up even more traps than we did that very first year.
Wildlife and Fisheries initiated it. I thought it was a wonderful idea because I fish here often, and I find these crab traps all bunched up all off the side of the canals. I also find them right at the points, you know, where the tide moves them around. And fishermen are forever catching their lower units on these things. And of course, they've got some real tight rules about you can't mess with the crabbers' traps, so Wildlife and Fisheries had to come in, and they designated an area that we could pick up traps in. They told the crabbers, okay, anything that's in that area, that's derelict. And so you get all your good traps out of there, and we got some volunteers that are going to come in, and they're going to pick up all these old nasty ones. So that's what we did, and we've done it for several years, and I think it's been a vast improvement for the environment, for our fishing areas, for navigation. It's been great. As a member of CCA, I think this really gives me a lot of pleasure. I've been looking forward to it for several months now.
I'm from Monroe. I drove down here to help out with this crab trap cleanup. We've been out just getting dirty, trying to make a difference, helping out.
How many traps did you find, and did you find anything alive in the traps?
Yeah, we found probably about 15 traps, and we had plenty of fish in a good bit of them. We cleaned out the fish and let them go, and that way they'll survive and keep going.
We came down for the derelict crab trap removal program this weekend to try and get all the old crab traps out of the water.
What did you find once you got on the boat?
We pulled up, we've gotten about 20 traps in, I'd say, about an hour this morning, and you know, the shocking thing is when you pull them up, we found live catfish, sheephead, oysterfish, stone crabs, regular crabs, all in the traps, still alive. So those fish would have definitely died.
What's your reaction to the entire effort here today?
Oh, I think it's great. You know, I think it's something that needed to be done. You know, this is a small effort, just doing a small area, and you can see the amount of traps that we're getting in already.
I drove about 325 miles. I live 5 miles from Arkansas, way in the northeast corner of Louisiana, so made the trip and pulled the boat all the way down here. It's a good time, and we really feel a sense of accomplishment when we have CCA volunteers out here. We have people from Wildlife and Fisheries come, and to see the amount of traps that are just derelict traps that are causing problems in the marsh, to see the amount of traps that come back to the dock at the end of the day, and that pile of traps is really gratifying, and we really feel like we're making a big difference. So, of course, I come back every year. I've been a member since 1989. CCA means to me a commitment that's unified across the state and actually now across every state that touches the water. It's a nationwide unity of people who have one common goal in mind, and that goal is the conservation of our fish resources for this generation and for future generations.
I'm helping clean up some crab traps that are unwanted.
What was it like?
It felt good to help out the coast and keep it cleaner.
Why'd you come out?
I came out to come and pick up some crab traps and have some fun.
What are you doing out here today?
To pick up some crab traps. My job, we were bringing the crab traps over here, and I picked up, I think, around 5. It was fun.
What did you learn today?
I learned that there are a lot of crab traps that stay out there.
We got a lot of people coming from different chapters, and we're trying to get them some food.
What are you cooking?
Today we're doing jambalaya, white beans, a little homemade salad. We're also doing hamburgers, hot dogs, just a little of everything.
What's your reaction to all the volunteers out here today?
It's been great. We got a lot of people out here doing some good. I saw already that one of our boats caught a crab trap in their propeller, and that's why we're out here, to get those out of the marsh and really make it a nice environment out there for us.
It's an important program because the derelict traps have been a problem, both from a fisheries standpoint and from a marine safety standpoint. If you hit these things that are left out in the water with your outboard or your boat, they can cause damage. Also a fisheries issue with it too, because animals tend to climb in these traps, other fish, and they can't get out. So it can be somewhat of a fisheries problem too, just leaving them out there. So it's a good program to get these things out of the water. Well, I've always had a great love of the Louisiana outdoors. I grew up in the outdoors, and I'm also a coastal fisherman. And what I saw was the CCA was a nucleus of a program where I could get into that I could actually participate in and make a difference.
What's your reaction to today's turnout?
Fantastic. We have a lot of enthusiasm here, a lot of people showing up this morning. Beautiful day out here, and we expect to get a big haul of crab traps. We're having a great time today.
Our job is to be the leading voice for the conservation of our coastal marine resources. We speak up for the fish, we speak up for the fishermen. We're out here every day doing the work, driven by our members, making sure that our coast is conserved for years to come.
They should go to our website, ccalouisiana.com, where they can get more information about today's events, about our other programs, and about our organization. We'd be glad to have anybody interested join us. We need all the help we can get.